Hey everybody, this is Erica Morrison, and I am a mentor, speaker, and the author of the book Trespassed. And today I wanted to do something a little different. As I sat down to make these earrings today, I realized something. Creating has always been one of the places where God meets me. Not because I'm making jewelry, but because when my hands are busy creating, my heart becomes quiet enough to listen. Maybe you felt that before. Maybe for you, it's painting, cooking, gardening, crocheting, or simply sitting outside. Sometimes God speaks the loudest when we're finally still enough to hear Him. Today, I want to talk to you while I create. Not just about these earrings, but about healing. Because I've realized that healing and creating have more in common than we think. When I make jewelry, I can't rush the process. The whole piece is affected. Healing is the same way. We live in a culture that wants everything fast. Fast food, fast shipping, fast results. But healing doesn't work that way. Sometimes we get frustrated because we're still hurting 6 months later or a year later. And we think something must be wrong with us. But maybe nothing is wrong. Maybe healing simply takes the time it takes. I've learned that growth isn't measured by how quickly you stop crying. It's measured by how differently you respond to life. As I'm putting these earrings together, every bead has a purpose. Some are big, some are small, some seem insignificant. But if I remove one, the design changes. Life is like that. There are moments we wish we could erase. The betrayal, the rejection, the disappointment, the loss. And while I would never say those things were good, I can say that God has a way of weaving even painful moments into something beautiful. Not because the pain was beautiful, but because the one creating your story is. Romans 8th chapter, 28th verse, reminds us that God works all things together for good for those who love Him and are called according to His purpose. Notice it doesn't say all things are good. It says God works through them. Sometimes people ask why I make jewelry. The answer is simple. Because I enjoy creating. And I've learned something. If I spent my time comparing every bracelet or every pair of earrings to someone else's, I'd stop enjoying the gift God gave me. Comparison works the same way in healing. You look at someone else and think, they're already over it. They've moved on. They're happy. You don't know their story. You don't know their tears. You don't know what God is doing behind the scenes. Healing isn't a race. It's a relationship. God isn't asking you to heal like someone else. He's inviting you to walk with Him. There has been times while making jewelry that I've dropped beads, I've used the wrong piece, the string got all tangled up, and that was frustrating. I've dropped the small, thin needle and had to get another one when I was used to the feel of that one in my hands. I've had to start all over. Sometimes I've even had to take the entire thing apart. And do you know what? That doesn't mean I quit. It just means I continue. Some of you think because your life didn't turn out the way you imagined, it's over. It isn't. God has been working with broken stories since the beginning of time. He's never needed perfect people to accomplish His purpose. He needs willing hearts. Maybe today you're sitting in the middle of pieces you don't know how to put back together. I want you to know God does. When someone sees the finished earrings, they don't see every decision, trying to choose what colors, every adjustment, every mistake I corrected, putting the wrong color in a place it shouldn't have been. One day, they'll just see the finished piece. People will look at your life the same way. They won't see every night you've cried, every prayer you prayed, every moment you wonder if you'd make it. They'll simply see a woman filled with peace, strength, wisdom, joy, discernment, boundaries. Not because life was easy, but because God is faithful. If today's conversation encouraged you, I don't want this to be the end of your healing journey. I created a free healing guide for women who are walking through betrayal, abandonment, heartbreak, rejection, and loss. It's filled with practical encouragement and the first steps to help you begin rebuilding. You can scan the QR code, or if watching on YouTube, you can download it using a link in the description. And if you're ready to go deeper, I want to invite you to the Trespass Method Healing Workbook. It's a guided journey with reflection questions, exercises, and practical tools to help you rebuild your self-worth, restore self-trust, and discover purpose on the other side of your pain. If you're ready to invest in your healing, you'll also find that workbook link by scanning the QR code. If on YouTube, you can find also the link in the description. And if watching from Instagram, it will be the first link in my bio. And before you go, I want you to remember something. What happened to you is not the end of your story. There is purpose on the other side of your pain. And no matter what today looks like, say it with me, you can face tomorrow. So just enjoy seeing the rest of this video. The process, it takes time. It takes patience. Sometimes I have to walk away from what I'm working on because it can get so frustrating. But one thing I will not do is give up or quit, because I love seeing the results, and it's something, just little individual beads put together make something so beautiful. And I'll see you in the next video.